Hi, I'm Hamish Pepper. I'm the head of multi-asset and global investments at Harbour Asset Management. Harbour Asset Management is the asset manager within a newly formed group called FirstCape. But Harbour's history goes back a lot longer than just the past 18 months. The firm was founded out of the global financial crisis, in fact, where a firm, AllianceBernstein, decided to withdraw from the Australasian market. The founding members of Harbour at that moment are still with the firm. They form key parts of the current investment team, which is almost 20 people spread across Auckland and Wellington. We cover asset classes from Australasian equities to domestic fixed income, and of course the team that I am part of, which provides multi-asset solutions for clients. So Harbour Asset Management has an investment team of almost 20 professionals. It covers asset classes from equities, primarily Australasian equities, to fixed income, which is primarily New Zealand fixed income, as well as, of course, a team that I am part of, which is the multi-asset and global investment space. Our investment philosophy at Harbour Asset Management is research-led. That's where everything begins. And we're also very aware of where we can add value and where we can't. So we stick to our knitting. We are experts when it comes to Australasian equities, we're experts when it comes to domestic fixed income, and we're experts when it comes to the allocation to assets on behalf of our clients. Where we don't feel we have the expertise, we will look for global partners. So when it comes to the management of global equities or global bonds, we will choose who we believe is best placed to make those decisions on behalf of our clients. Responsible investing at Harbour is part of our DNA. It's integrated into our investment process because we believe, one, over the long term, it will deliver better performance for clients, and two, we believe that through engagement with the companies we're investing in, that we can change their behaviours for the better. One of the biggest challenges for investors today is, strangely, the fantastic returns many of them have experienced from global equity markets over the past 3 years. So the challenge is to moderate those expectations around what returns are going to be in the future. It's very unlikely for us to repeat this historically high level of return that we've got from that asset class. So what are we doing about it? One, we're having those conversations about what to expect from our portfolios going forward. But two, to think about what asset classes might be appropriate to include in portfolios to recognise this changed world. And so for us, that's a small allocation, including in the Balanced Growth Fund that sits on the Goals Getter platform, to private assets, to private equity and private credit. Because what we know is that firms are staying private for much, much longer than they have historically, and we want to give our investors exposure to those companies. So Harbour has a strategic partnership with a charity called Roots of Empathy. The charity is designed to lower the rate of bullying that we're observing at relatively high levels in New Zealand, beginning as early as primary school. The program works by bringing in a mother and a newborn baby through the course of a school year to share the journey that that child and mother is going through. And through that, what the science has shown is that children who are part of these programs are exhibiting less violent and bullying type behaviour than those that have not been part of this program. One of the things that I think sets Harbour apart from other fund managers is the tenure of the investment teams. With the equity team, for example, they have been together pre-FirstCape, pre-Harbour even, back to a firm called AllianceBernstein, which existed before the global financial crisis in Australia and New Zealand. pulled out at that moment, but this team continued on. So for some of them, they've been working together for the last 25 years. And that is hard to replicate. One of the other things that sets Harbour apart is the amount of global partnerships that we have. We distribute global equity funds, global bond funds, but we also use a wider array of global managers when it comes to the construction of portfolios for clients. That means that despite the fact we're at the bottom of the world and perhaps a long way away from where things are happening in financial markets, we have a connection into that via these external partners. And that's something which we really do benefit from and our clients do too. Historically, Harbour Asset Management has focused almost exclusively on providing solutions to wholesale institutional investors. What GoalsGetter provides us is an opportunity to extend that offering to a broader audience, and we're really pleased to be able to do that.